Hello, it's Bad Brittany, and today we're going to be comparing two different movies, Unfriended 2014 and Host 2020. So recently I tweeted out and I asked you guys which one do you enjoy more, and I got like a lot of notifications, more than I usually get on anything, and I'm not like saying it's like blowing up, but it was a lot for me. So first I want to dive into what each movie is about. And if you haven't seen either of these movies before, I'm going to be giving away spoilers, so maybe you should click off right now and then come back after you've watched them. So let's get into Unfriended, which was from 2014, directed by Rob Gabriadze, I think that's how you say it. So this movie starts off where we see the main character, her name is Blair. We see her screencast of her computer, and everything's pretty much from her point of view throughout this whole movie. And she's looking at some pretty disturbing things on Live Leak, and then she follows up and checks out another disturbing video on YouTube. And we're not really sure like who recorded these videos or anything. We don't really know the context. But then it goes into where she starts chatting with her friends and her boyfriend on Skype. As this call begins, there's like an unknown user that added on to their combo, and no one knows who it is or how they got there. Ignore it at first, but then things just start getting really weird. On a side note, I just wanted to add in that this movie seems heavily inspired by the real case of Amanda Todd's suicide, which was caused due to cyberbullying. So as the film goes on, we learn that Laura Barnes, the girl that killed herself, is actually the one that is in the chat with the friends, and she's basically tormenting them the whole time, exposing them of all their dark secrets and things that they have to admit to each other, that they basically have been really shady friends. You learned that she was actually exposed by this group of friends, that they were the ones that had betrayed her and led her to suicide. Okay, and now the next movie was Host 2020, and it is a Shudder original directed by Rob Savage. And this one starts off where we're taking place during lockdown. You know, COVID has already hit everybody, and you see it from one friend's point of view, Haley. Well, actually you're seeing her starting up the convo with her other friends, and we're just seeing it from a Zoom call. So 6 friends join the Zoom call, and they invite a medium to join the chat, and they're going to conduct a seance just for fun. I guess they're like really bored during lockdown. This medium starts to get everyone in the mood, and they all like set candles up, and they're like conducting the seance together. Suddenly one of the friends leaves the chat, but then this other girl in the group, she like starts to play around, and she's acting as if she's already being possessed, and she makes up that she did hear her name, but turns out she was just lying. And by lying, she actually summoned something that no one knows if it's just a dark spirit or an actual demon. So just like in Unfriended, one by one each of these friends starts to be tormented and attacked by this false spirit or demonic presence. They don't know what they have. Admittedly though, this movie doesn't really pick up the pace until the last 20 minutes or so, and there's a lot of jump scares if you like that kind of thing. I know I love it, and I actually got really scared, and the effects weren't that bad, so it's kind of impressive considering that this movie was made in a really short amount of time. And one more thing about this movie is that, you know, it takes place during lockdown, and so like these girls actually, well, 2 of them meet up, and they end up still like just bumping elbows, and they're still wearing their face masks. So I thought that was kind of funny. Like, that was a really responsible advertisement. So for me personally, I actually love both of these movies. I loved it enough to watch them again and again, and I think they're really entertaining. I really love found footage films, and I love supernatural films. So overall, I feel like it was pretty tied. It does kind of seem like Host had more votes, and that's okay. I really did want to know what everyone has more fun watching. Me personally, I don't know if I could choose. I think maybe Unfriended, but Host is newer and it was more modern, and I don't know, it's really hard to choose. I really enjoy both of them. Okay, so a couple of replies that really stuck out to me was from Horror Movie Fanboy. He said, Unfriended I like better, but Host was made really good considering this movie was made in a record time, which is hard to do. So yeah, I agree with that. Sick Slimeball said, said Host for me felt like Unfriended overstayed its welcome and was pretty goofy in my opinion. Host had some genuinely good scares and was short and sweet, which is a good point to make. Host was only an hour long, so if you just want, you can't take like over an hour long of something like that, then that's probably the better choice for you. I like what Dyer Ariel said. There's like a bug next to me. Host feels like the better film, but Unfriended and its sequel have my heart. It was so campy and ridiculous, but that's a big part of why I love it. I pretty much like feel the same way. Like, they're not like the most serious movies and they're not like masterpieces, but they're just fun to watch. I also really liked what Papa_Thrash 1987 said. He said, both of these movies suck. Asking this question is like asking, would you rather be pissed on or shit on? And honestly, I can't answer that, which is really funny and it still is making me laugh right now. And like, once again, these movies aren't the best movies in the world. I understand that. So I do appreciate you guys giving me all your opinions, even if it's like that. Chelsea with allergies, she said, Unfriended by a long shot. I liked Host, but there wasn't really a plot. Like, there was certainly a series of scary happenings, but it lacked twists, and I just didn't buy the chemistry of the friend group like the kids in Unfriended had. Which I kind of feel the same way too about the friendships. I did feel like Unfriended felt more real, and maybe because it's, I don't know, like those type of high school relationships, it hit home with me because I would do stuff like that with my friends back in high school online. Not the bullying, but like just the Skype and everything. And yeah, these friendships didn't have a lot of like character development. Follow me on Twitter at @BadBrittany if you aren't already, and hopefully in the future when I make another tweet you guys reply to it, so then I can give you guys a shout out in my next video. And yeah, just thank you again.